Okay, perfect. All right, man, cool.
Yo.
You.
Me and Sky are going out tonight. You wanna come?
Sky.
Sky.
Who?
Sky, man. Brooklyn Sky. Sky.
Why are you calling him Sky? His name is Greg.
Whatever. You wanna come or no?
What, so I can listen to him talk about how great Brooklyn is for 2 hours?
He's not even like that, and we're meeting in the village.
I'm good, man. But have fun with Sky.
It's tough breaking away from the BK, you know? It's kind of a pain to get out here. I wouldn't live in Manhattan if, you know, ever.
You've never lived in Manhattan, have you?
No. I can barely enjoy this beer knowing how much you're paying for it. All I know is that if we had done this in Bushwick, you would only spend $2 a beer. When I moved to Brooklyn, I moved in, they're like, hey, they need you to sign your lease. I got my own bakery, and it was gluten-free. It's like Pandora from that movie Avatar. I didn't know I was allergic to gluten until I moved in. And they knew that about me. They knew that about me before I knew that about me.
Yeah, man, it sounds perfect.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
mean, yeah, honestly, perfect's the perfect word.
What's up, guys? All the audience right here and here at home. Another episode of Laugh Crash. Awesome. Can't wait. Remember to subscribe. We're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. This is our second show. It's going to be fantastic. I'm your host, like always, Ismael Maldonado. Yes, I know. I'm very sexy. Yes, I know that. I'm 135 pounds, ladies out there. 135.
Oh, my God.
We have someone in the audience that's very excited for me. It's very exciting that they're here with me in the studio. They're here. I'm 135 pounds. That means I'm very lean. There's a couple of bones there, but I'm a very lean person. I'm an easy date, ladies. If you can't find my size at Gap, you go downstairs to Gap Kids, it's the same thing. I can fit it. That's why I don't mind women with children. It's really simple. It's like, oh my God, I could buy an outfit for my baby and my boo. Oh my God, this is fantastic. But I'm trying to date, and dating's not easy. First of all, it's women. They manipulate you. You think they look all beautiful when you see them. Everything's good with them. They're healthy. You don't know what's going on. I met this girl at a bar, brought her home, and I'll be honest with you, when I met her, I didn't know she had asthma. I didn't know this. I didn't know she had asthma. I just thought I was that good in bed. That's what I thought. I thought I was that good in bed. I'm like, oh my God, I've only had P90X for 1 week. This is amazing. This is amazing. Because I was with her, I told her, I sold her that I'm Latino. We're passionate lovers. So I'm there with her, and I'm all like, you like that? You like that? Oh, I'm Hispanic, so when I have sex, I dance salsa. You like that? You like that? When I change positions, I take the chips, I dip them in salsa. It's the whole thing. I'm just eating the whole thing. Oh my God. Cuevas! This guy right here loves me. He loves me. But it was weird because I'm making all the sounds during sex. She's not making nothing. It's really awkward until all of a sudden I heard her go. What the hell was that? I'm like, what the? I'm like, that's right, you can't breathe, baby. That's right, you can't breathe. I'm sucking the life out of you, yeah. It was weird. It was weird. Because she was sweating, she was panting, she turned blue. She passed out. It was the asthma that did this. I'm just letting you know that it was the asthma that did this. But for me, in my head, for 5 minutes, I was the greatest lover in the world. That's what I was. And it was weird because during this sex, she kept screaming, oxygen, oxygen. I didn't know she couldn't breathe. She told me she was a chemistry teacher. I thought we were playing some kind of kinky, science-based sex game where you yell out elements from the periodic table during sex. That's what I thought was going on. So she's all like, oxygen. I'm like, that's right, baby, helium. That's right, baby, yeah. Potassium. Potassium. I flipped her over. Sodium, baby, sodium. Sodium. I started saying H2O. That's when you know I'm going to come. H2O. I start combining the elements. I combine them. It was weird because towards the end, she started screaming, call the ambulance. I can't breathe. Call the ambulance. I can't breathe. I still thought this was dirty talk. So my only reply was, call the fire department, baby, because I'm on fire. That's right, sodium. She died an hour later. It was dramatic. It was dramatic. All right, you guys ready for the show to start? The audience is ready. I hope people at home are ready. You got to subscribe to see this. Next comic comes to the stage. You see him all around clubs, college tours. Please give a round of applause for Neko White. Neko White!
For your host, Ismael Maldonado, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my pleasure to be in front of you lovely people this evening. Let's talk a little bit. First of all, I want to say I'm glad that all the women in here look good. That's a blessing because on my way here, right, I seen this young lady. She had the stupidest shirt I ever seen in my life. It said, blink if you think I'm pretty. Yeah, she was pissed. Because everybody walked past her like this. And I don't know if you know, but it's windy as hell outside. It was dudes going past on motorcycles with no helmet. And the sad part about it was that on the back of the shirt it said, God don't make no mistakes. I seen that shit, I'm like, damn, he don't? Whew, that means you was supposed to look like that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Ooh, like y'all know her. Ooh. But before you can talk about anybody, you gotta be able to talk about yourself, right? So let me talk about me because I do have my own problems. For example, I have a celebrity look-alike here in this country, but I look like a very unsuccessful version of that celebrity. People see my face and they go, oh my God, the Allstate man is doing terrible these days. I look like him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But maybe one day it could work out for me. I could gain a little muscle, be able to grab a girl and be like, are you in good hands? You know what I'm saying? Now, when I tell people I look like the Allstate man, I get a weird reaction. This one lady was like, you look like him, but you damn sure don't sound like him. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. I know my voice isn't as manly as his is. You know what I'm saying? I look like him, but I sound like Andre 3000. But I know that already. But being me and to live my life, it's a bunch of extra shit that comes with being me. For example, I have 2 dimples. I got 1 dimple on each side of my face. Now, girls think it's cute. But growing up in Harlem, my friends gave me a complex about it because they was like, yo, you know you only get dimples from sucking penises, right? Oh, yeah. I would walk around. Right. And you can see mine. You can see my dimples whenever I speak. So I would walk around with air in my mouth all day. Like, Nico, you good? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I would get defensive about it. It got to the point where I was like, yo, get out of my face, son. I get these from my mother. She got to... It It got so bad. I went up to my mom. I was like, Ma, tell me you had 2 dimples your entire life. She was like, boy, get out my face. I got these from your grandmother. I just stopped asking questions because I didn't like where the story was going. You know what I'm saying? But I like my life to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19 years old. And when I tell people that, they look at me like, oh my God, you're 19? You look 30. And to them, I say, go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Because if at 19, I look 30, thank you for telling me I look like half of my life is over. You know what I'm saying? And then in Harlem, a lot of my friends are starting to go to prison now. I don't know what it is about criminals, but when they come out of prison, if you ever ask them, yo, what they got you on? They all had the same answer. Oh, they got me on that bullshit. And it's like, no, you killed 3 people. That's that legal shit. You know what I'm saying? And then some of my friends, that's what they do. They hurt people, they sell drugs, they buy guns. What they do. Found that out the hard way. I knocked on my buddy's door to borrow a video game. He answered the door with a gun in his hand. I'm knocking for Madden. He comes to the door like, yo. I said, yo, what the hell are you doing? He was like, oh, my bad. I was expecting someone else.
Glad I ain't them.
Who? Who were you expecting? And they had a nerve to look at me like, come in. Hell no. Why not? Because the people you expecting might show up. That's why not. And then there's certain ways to answer a door that says come in. If he'd answered that door with 2 video game controllers in his hand, that says come in. If he'd answered the door with 2 nice looking women with their bras off, that says come in. If he'd answered the door in a chef's hat, baked cookies, and an apron, it's a little gay, but it says come in. When you answer the door with a pistol, that means you want your space, and I'ma give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Indeed, bro. And fellas, if any of you have girlfriends in here, just a word of advice. Do not cheat on that woman because you won't get away with it. It's people doing way better than any of you guys are and will ever do in your entire life that's getting caught cheating on their girlfriends. Give you a prime example. The head of the CIA got caught cheating on his wife. That pissed me off because you're the head of the CIA. Stealth is your forte. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You do things and you don't get caught. Like, if I was the head of the CIA, I'm going to have sex with every woman I shake hands with. Why? Because I'm the head of the CIA. That's why. And he pissed me off because he was like, well, I only got caught because my mistress hacked my email account. You're the head of the CIA. You should have it set up to where when she presses log in, she blows up. Oh boy. Like honestly, let's be real. If I was the head of the CIA, I'd cheat on my wife, but I'm gonna threaten all my mistresses. I'm telling them, yo, we gonna do what we gonna do, and you ain't gonna tell nobody. Well, why not? Because if you do, I'm gonna erase your social security number. Now, you can take me to court and win $1 million, but how you gonna get it out the bank? Go there and they're like, yeah, so man, we need the last 4 digits of your social security number. You're like 8437. They're like, sorry, you don't exist. I'm be somewhere smoking a cigarette like, I'm the head of the CIA. In closing, to wrap this whole thing up, like I said, I'm a young dude, 19 years old, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that's happened in recent American history that I was too young to know what's going on, like 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I was mad for all the wrong reasons. They showed us the towers. They came upstairs, told us what happened. I seen the towers, and I was pissed off, but not because the towers were falling, but because my favorite cartoon, Dragon Ball Z, came on at that exact same time. So I'm looking at my teacher. I'm like, yo, Miss Ford, what the hell is this? She's like, Nico, people are dying. Goku could save them if you change the channel. You guys have been amazing. My name's Nico White. Thank you very much.
Just drop the mic. We're live over here. Give it up for Nico White. Nico White. So the black comedy's done for the show. Thank God. Oh God. We're done for February. No, I love him. No, Nico's a great guy, man. Great guy. Being black, and then I'm Latino, and I remember I've been mentioned earlier in earlier shows if you got to subscribe. And my family's religious. They're religious. My grandma, she has pictures of Jesus all over the house. She's like Jesus PR manager. That's what she is. It is all over the house. So I'm not really religious. She's Roman Catholic. I'm not religious. And I recently told her, Grandma, I think I'm agnostic. And she goes, honey, what are you talking about? You're Hispanic. I don't even know where that is. I'm like, no, that's not a country, Grandma. That's who I think I am. Like, I'm not sure if God is real, but I'm not sure if he's not real. I'm a little confused. And she goes, oh, I'm agnostic also. I go, really? She goes, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to slap the shit out of you in my right hand or slap the shit out of you in my left hand. Believe in God now? I'm like, yes, Grandma, yes. So you guys are up here seeing me accomplish my dreams. But this isn't my dream. My dream is not to go to jail. That's my dream. That's basically what I want to do. Not because I'm a criminal, but look at me. I'm good looking, I'm funny, and I'm a great listener. I would not survive in jail. Like, I could just imagine when I'm on my way up going to jail, I'm just going to accept it. I'm going to be like on the bus ride. I'm just going to be like, wow, I wonder if my boyfriend's going to be black or Mexican. I don't even know. I just hope he likes me. That's what I hope. When I get off the bus, they're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So I was going to stab this guy and be like, wait, look. Oh. He's perfect. Look at him. He's perfect. Look at that skinny mustache. I love that skinny mustache. It's so sexy. He must be Latino. Well, why don't you make your move? I don't want to make my move too strong. I just saw him right now. I think I'll rape him tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I hope he likes guys with asthma. That's all I got to say. I hope he likes guys with asthma. Sodium. You guys are listening here. Hope you're listening at home. You guys ready for more comedy? Yeah. Round of applause. Next guy comes to the stage. He's the head of the Hoboken Comedy Festival. Give a round of applause for Dan Frigolette.
Thank you. It's good to be back, man. I was on the road recently. I learned some things on the road. Namely that DUI signs are weird in Pennsylvania, guys. That's a true thing. I'm from New York. I think they should be like rhymey, right? Like, stay alive. Don't drink and drive. Little smiley face guy, right? Little thumbs up. Or, like, the other end of the spectrum. Like, New York is, like, lighthearted, right? I think it should be, like, maybe drastic as the other side. Like, a picture of a baby, a picture of a beer bottle, and then just, like, a smushed dead baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, like, baby carnage with, like, tire tracks on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think those are the two ends of the DUI sign spectrum that I think we should be messing with. Pennsylvania, they're thinking a little different. Okay, here's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania says DUI with a slash through it. You can't afford it. What? Really? That's what we're going with, Pennsylvania? Your main marketing strategy is that drinking and driving is a rich man's sport? That's what we're going with on this one? And it's talking directly to me, going, you can't afford it. And I'm going, what? I got money. I got this. I'm throwing beer bottles out the window in Pennsylvania trying to get pulled over. Right? Just getting mad offended. Little kids in Pennsylvania going, yo, I want to go and be a baller so I can afford a DUI. It's like the new rap video thing, just dropping your DUI summons. My name is 2 Chainz. I got 2 planes. I got 2 eyes. 5 DUIs. What? It's a weird message, man. Here's the other one I saw. In Jersey, I saw the Silver Alert. Silver Alert on the highway. Had to Google it. Didn't know Silver Alert. I know Amber Alert. I know that one. Right? Amber Alert is when a little kid goes missing, right? We know that one. Because when a little kid goes missing, it's a big deal. We got to go find that kid. They're going to be traumatized, right? Like, I got lost in the Walmart when I was 7. I was like looking at the Ninja Turtles figurines. My mom walked away. I followed the wrong mom for 3 aisles. Same 80s haircut from the back. She turned around, different face. I was like, ah! Messed me up for a while, like therapy, everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we know what an Amber Alert is. Silver Alert, like I said, I had to Google it, guys. That's when a senior citizen goes missing. Why don't we know this one? Why does nobody know what a Silver Alert is? Come on, man. There's no marketing behind this. I've never seen an old lady on the side of a milk carton. I've never seen her on that slideshow at the post office, right? Nobody's looking for these old ladies. And here's what I think it is. Again, when a kid goes missing, like, that's a lot of years of potentially being traumatized, right? Like, we gave it a good name. Amber was the name of a girl that went missing. That's why it's called Amber Alert. What kind of lazy-ass name is Silver Alert? They're like, I don't know, man. They have gray hair. Can you get this off my desk? I have shit to do today. What am I doing naming alerts for old people? What are you talking about? And so I get it. When a kid goes missing, we got to find him. It's a big deal. When an old person goes missing, right? Like, we're not looking, like, you know, because it's not like somebody's got your grandmother, like, tied up in a basement at gunpoint. And they're like, maybe some Toll House cookies, you bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's got her. Nobody's demanding crocheted sweaters and stories from the 40s. She's at the grocery store right now, man, staring at the jelly, calling the wrong children her grandchildren's name. Like, she doesn't know she's lost. She's having a picnic. She doesn't know. We'll find her. No big deal. I live in Hoboken, man. It's a rough life. It is, yeah. I got an ooh for that, yeah. It's a rough life, because here's the thing. I'm a single dude in New York. And you can't come to New York and try to live in Hoboken. You can't live in Jersey? That's crazy. The first question a girl asks you is, where do you live? If the answer to that question is Hoboken, New Jersey, that is the end of that conversation, my friends. She's like, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And then I sit there waiting for her. She never comes back. That shit is over. Hoboken is pussy kryptonite, guys. It's unbelievable. And that shit is close. I don't understand it, man. But it is. And I figured it out. There's a ratio of how hot a woman is to how far she'll travel in a new relationship, right? So here's what it is, guys. If you're at a bar and you're talking to a girl who's a 10, man, you better live above the bar you're talking to her at, man. You got to live on the second floor or you can't get her home. If you live on 3, she'll be like, it's really nice meeting you, though. Like, that's it. It's over. But if you're at a bar and you're talking to a girl who's a 2, oh, my God, if she's a 2, that girl will cross oceans and continents to go home with you. Are you kidding me? You could have a car outside talking about we're going to Ohio tonight. She'd be like, are we going to get snacks along the way? Yeah, whatever, bitch. Get in the car. Whatever you need. Come on, guys, a 2? It got tight in here when I said a 2. Listen, let me just be clear. Nobody in here is a 2. Nobody in here has ever slept with a 2. Do you understand how low a 2 is? Do you understand? Like, do you have, like, a 2 is like she doesn't have ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a 2, man. You're fine. You're fine. A 2 is crazy low. Here's my point. The last woman I got to go back to Hoboken was 47 years old. All right, 47. I'm 29. All right, there's no reason for this madness. All right, because like here's the thing. I don't even know how to kick it to a 47-year-old woman. She's like distinguished. She wants like cultural things to talk about. I'm used to like bringing younger girls home. I just say I have an apartment and then jangle my keys in front of her face. She follows me home. You know what I'm saying? A 47-year-old woman like has seen the world and like knows things about culture. And so like I got her back to my house and I was like, Vietnam War was crazy, right? Like I don't know. I didn't know what to talk about, man. I didn't know how to kick foreplay. I just pulled out a Scrabble board and we started playing. And here's a tip, man. Don't play Scrabble against a school teacher. She will mess you up. This woman's spelling ubiquitous, telling me new rules. I just kept dropping the same tiles, B-E-D, and like cocking my head towards the room. Oh, it was horrible. Finally got her in the mood. Standoff, right? Like I'm 29 and she's 47. She's looking at me like if she hooks up with me, she's going to break the law, right? And I'm 29, she's 47. I'm looking at her like if I hook up with her, I'm going to break her hip. It was horrible, guys. It was awful. And so we finally did a little sexual dance, and we were all done, and we're laying in the bed together, and I leaned over, and I grabbed my phone, and I did what anybody responsible would do, and I called in a silver alert, guys. Thank you so much. I'm Dan Frigolette.
Give it up for Dan Frigolette.
Cold-blooded.
I love it. Awesome show. We're going to a little comedy shirt from our friends at LA Comedy Shirts. We'll be right back. Don't leave. Subscribe. Leave. Stay. Don't leave. Audience.
Superpowers!
Daddy, can you tell me that story again?
I don't know, son. It's quite late and you should really be getting to sleep.
But Dad!
Oh, all right. But then it's off to bed with you.
All right.
A long time ago, there was a little boy, and from early on that boy could tell he was different than all the other little boys. Sure, he was a boy like all the others, curious, innocent, but different all the same. One day this boy was skipping to school when he was approached by a bully. The bully demanded milk money and said he would spin kick the boy in the face if he resisted. The boy said he didn't have milk money because he was lactose intolerant and therefore couldn't drink milk. He could eat ham, though, and had a bread bag duct taped to his inner thigh, and that bag was full of money meant for ham purchase. The bully said he didn't care, and demanded the ham money in place of the milk money. The boy, hungry for ham, didn't want to cave to the bully's demands, because doing so would mean turning lame in the face of adversity, not to mention missing out on sweet, delicious ham. You see, the boy loved three things in the whole world, and one of those things was ham. Anyway, The bully became enraged and chopped down a tree with the skull of a bear he'd murdered earlier that day. He then whittled a baseball bat out of the tree and told the boy he would smash his testicles into a fine paste if he refused him the ham money for a second longer. Frightened, the little boy curled into a ball, clinging tightly to his bread bag of ham money. The bully approached, but as he did, the little boy noticed several cute little chipmunks watching from the tree above the bully. He could see the chipmunks, all cute and wide-eyed and curious, just like him. The boy also noticed he could not only see the chipmunks, but he could also feel the chipmunks. He was gripped by an unexpected connection with the chipmunks' minds, and knew right then and there that he could control the chipmunks with his thoughts as easily as drinking in a breath of air. So, not wanting to waste a moment, and have his testicles mashed into a fine paste, the boy commanded the chipmunks to attack the bully. They pounced on the bully, ripping off his nipples, then mockingly playing frisbee with the bully's nipples in an effort to both taunt and frighten the bully. Angry, the bully tried to attack the chipmunks, but the chipmunks assembled into a Danny Glover look-alike and spin-kicked the nippless bully until he ran away, running and screaming like a little sissy boy. The little boy, awash with excitement over his newly discovered powers, knew that he could never let anyone try to take his ham money again. He could never let it fall into anyone else's hands, no matter what the cost. So he devised a plan to protect his ham money, or anything else he held dear to him. And soon that plan will come to fruition, my son, and the world will know the wrath of the Chipmunk King.
So one thing is I love to, I talk about sometimes my sexual escapades. And something, you have horrible situations that happen. My last girlfriend, the reason why she dumped me, says I did something wrong. I tried to be adventurous in bed, ladies. That's what I tried to do. The three that's in the audience and the millions watching worldwide. Wow. The millions. I tried to do something slick and smooth. I tried to go into the shower while she was there, but surprise her. That's what I tried to do. The women laugh like you shouldn't do that. They shouldn't be doing that. Right? It went all wrong. My whole plan was to take the shower head and put it by her hair and have it glisten down all the way because she's so sexual. And as the water was dripping down, I would have been it was coming out. Tell me my eyes are brown. Yes. Oh God, it would have been epic. But that didn't happen. I walked into the shower. I walked in slow, and I grabbed the shower head, and I was all ready to do it, but then I sneezed, and instead of putting it by her hair, I just put it right by her mouth, and I was just holding it there for the whole time. I don't know why I was doing that. I remember when she didn't wash my clothes properly, it's like, you fucking bitch, here you go. Here you go. And she's like, what are you, this isn't turning me on. Can you stop? Wait, stop. I'm drowning. Once she said drown, I pushed it away, and I said, I saved you. Forget about what I just did. I just saved you. She goes, what are you talking about? I said, listen, let's retract what just happened. You were drowning, but now you're not. And I waved my hand like that. And she looked at me and said, you're about to get a blowjob, now you're not. That's what happened right there. And that's why I'm single. It's disgusting. You guys ready for the final comedian? Here in the audience, here live. I love doing this. All my good friends on the show. You've seen him on Comedy Central. Please give a round of applause for Dave Foster.
Thanks, guys. How you doing? Good. All right. Thanks for sticking around. We get to travel a lot doing comedy. I went to Bermuda recently. Did you guys know that people live in Bermuda? Yeah. Did you know that? I went out there. I went up to this guy. I was like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from here. I was like, get the hell out of here. You live in Bermuda? Where do you go on vacation? Detroit? Right? Like on your computer is your screensaver a picture of like bumper-to-bumper traffic. And you're sitting there looking at it like, to get away. All these fucking beaches, man. I am stressed out. I'm really, really losing it here. I am from New York. Building owners in New York are terrible. Building owners in other cities, when you have a problem with your apartment, they send somebody over to fix the problem. In New York, they give you suggestions for things that you could do around your house. I called them up last winter. I was like, hey, I got mold growing on my bathroom wall. Can you send somebody to cover up the mold? She was like, when you shower, try opening your window. I was like, but it's January. I shower naked. I don't know how you do it. I take it all off. I'm OCD like that. I gotta wash my whole body, you know. It might be kind of chilly. And then, like, I don't know the people who are in charge of the heat in the buildings, but these people really think that the colder it gets outside, the hotter we want it inside. Like, they really think, like, oh, 10 degrees outside, better crank it up to 120. Really warm them up. It's so hot. It's like, they don't realize that, like, we're indoors. Like, you don't have to balance it out with the outdoor. Like, we don't live in a teepee. Like, you could just, like, a cool 75 degrees will do it. Like, that'll be fine, you know? But it does, right? It gets like 120 degrees in your apartment, and you call them up. You're like, hey, it's too hot in my apartment. She's like, it'll cool the room off if you try opening your window. So this is their solution for everything, you know? Like, it's like, toilet's overflowing. Open your window. Maybe the shit will fly out onto the street. It's good. Oh, my God. Good. But I do it, you know, I have no choice. I open the window, and then every year, I open the window, and then I have to, like, strategically place my bed in between the window and the radiator. I go to sleep at night, there's like a storm front brewing over my body. I wake up in the morning, my head is in a puddle of sweat, and my feet are frozen together. I go to the doctor, I'm like, I'm sick, man, I think I got the flu. He's like, have you tried opening your window? I never thought about that. Thank you. It's cool, though, living in New York. You see everything, you know, one thing, a lot of cultures. But one thing that you never see a homeless Chinese guy. I think that's very impressive. What is it, 1.5 billion people. They all got a mattress somewhere. It's pretty good. Every time you see a homeless guy in New York, it's like some grimy white dude or grimy black dude. You never walk in the train station and hear like, oh, let me get the dollar, please. I'm very hungry. I think it's great. You know, you think if you go to China, all the homeless people are like a bunch of white guys and black guys. It'd be weird, right? Like, what are you guys doing here? Like, just begging for yen, you know? Trying to get my yen on, you know. Trying to get some yen. It's worth more than the dollar these days. You know. Everybody knows that. I don't condone suicide at all. You guys obviously don't either. You're all here. That's good. If you do, then you're hypocrites because you really should have been gone already. No, I don't condone suicide at all. I think besides being very tragic, I think suicide is an extremely unintelligent decision. I think it's a horrible thing for people to do, mostly because of how stupid it is. It's really unintelligent. I think when people get depressed and they get really sad, what they don't realize is that, like, okay, your world sucks, but, like, there are all these other worlds out there that could be your world. You know, it's like, you don't have to, like, end it, right? I mean, like, right? People are like, oh, I hate my job. It's like, well, quit your job, you know? Oh, I hate my family. Well, kill your family, you know? Don't kill you. Take them out, you know? Just kidding. Don't kill your family. No, that's a joke. Don't kill your family. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the point is, suicide should be option Z. It should be the last option. Like, you should go to Peru. You should go to Hawaii, Canada. You should go to New Zealand. Whatever. Try everything. You know, if you get depressed, it's like people get depressed, and I'm like, dude, have you tried heroin? Have you tried? I mean, like, I don't condone doing heroin, but if you're going to kill yourself, definitely do heroin. Right? What's the worst that could happen? You OD? Oh, no, that's what you wanted anyway. So then you're dead, but you're chilling. You're like, oh, whatever, this is what I wanted to do, so it's fine. I'm dead. It's okay. It's fine. You know, I'm dead. That's what I wanted to do, so it's okay. You know? You never know. You might have some, like, crazy heroin high where you have this, like, amazing epiphany where you're like, oh, shit, I want to open up a daycare center. I had no idea. That's what I want to do. I just realized my passion in life. I had no idea. That is my passion. And now I just got to kick this heroin habit. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't learn anything in school. You guys, I didn't learn anything in school until I went for a graduate degree, until master's degree. Like, even in undergrad, I don't feel like I learned shit. I really think school is so worthless. I think it's really nice when people express the cliche when they're like, oh, teachers are so underpaid, and that's nice. And I think in theory, teachers are underpaid. Like, if they were teaching things like we could actually use in life, then I'd be like, yeah, teachers are way underpaid. Like, they should be getting like $1 million a year. But when you consider what they're teaching, they're actually a little underpaid. A little overpaid. I fucked that joke up. They are. I think. Don't get me wrong. I think the idea of school is a great idea. I think it's brilliant, especially considering the guy that came up with it didn't even go to school. That guy just looked around and he was like, "Dude, everybody here is an idiot. I got to start telling people everything around here." But I think what they teach is really unfortunate. They teach us useless stuff. You know, they teach us like what is it, like chemistry and physics. Which is great if you're going to become a chemist. There's like 34 of those in the whole world. Why are we learning that? Why am I... When's the last time you looked at the periodic table? You looked at it lately? Every time I go grocery shopping, I'm like, man, how many atoms of carbon are in that bread? I got to know that. I really got to know that, definitely. I got to know that. History... I think history should be an elective, you know? Like, if you want to learn, I think, like, you know, they should come up to you in high school, like, yo, you want to find out what happened back in the day? No, it's okay. You don't have to. It's all right. Fine. We don't need to know it, you know? We really don't need to, like, know this stuff at all. I mean, like, I learned all about, like, you know, Thomas Jefferson and, you know, George Washington and all those other wonderful slave owners. I learned all that stuff. And, you know, all those other amazing men like didn't do anything for equal rights. You know, I learned about all that stuff, and it never helped me in my career. You know, it never helped me in my relationship. Like, you know, I've never been in an argument with my girlfriend. Like, oh, honey, this reminds me of the Battle of Bunker Hill. You know, and I would never Benedict Arnold you with your best friend. You know, and then we make up, and she gets on her knees and blows on my musket. You know, one of those, dude. I don't know, man. Geography I actually liked. I memorized the capital of every state in America. I know every capital of every state. And they never asked me that on a job interview, ever. And I've never gotten a job. I was waiting on every interview for them to ask me. I was like, come on, man, hit me with it. Capital of South Dakota, Pierre. You know? And they never hit me with it. They just kept asking me what all my strengths and weaknesses are. I was like, I don't know. I could name the capital of every state in America. That's both my strength and my weakness. I gotta go. You guys were awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Give it up for Dave Foster. Yeah. This is our second show. We got more shows coming up. Please subscribe at youtube.com/Ziz Comedy Show. Everybody who's in the audience, give yourself a round of applause. Everybody at home, the millions watching worldwide, the billions in China. All right, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless. Yeah.